Welcome to the Farmers Weekly News Review. I'm Caroline Stocks. The government has finally abandoned plans to force farmers to put 5% of land under environmental management. Growers will still be expected to take voluntary steps to ensure their farms support wildlife, but setting aside land for conservation won't be a legal obligation. The announcement by DEFRA Secretary Hilary Benn comes after farm leaders struck a deal to get 60% of farmers involved in environmental management by 2012. Mr Benn says compulsory set-aside will remain an option if targets are missed, but hopes farmers will respond to the challenge so regulation isn't needed. Growers are facing tighter pesticides restrictions despite a legal victory which overturned claims that farmers don't protect the public from crop spraying. A government consultation will include plans to give people living next to fields access to farmers' spraying records. It will also propose rules requiring farmers to give prior notification of spraying activity, as well as monitoring pesticides use. The consultation was announced even though the Court of Appeal overturned a High Court ruling that DEFRA had breached rules protecting the public from pesticides. DEFRA Minister Jim Fitzpatrick faced stiff criticism this week from a farmer who says he's a nervous wreck following the RPA's attempts at remapping the country. Speaking at the Royal Show in Warwickshire, arable farmer Arthur Beavers says his latest maps had increased his 85-acre farm in South Lincolnshire by 5%. He told Mr Fitzpatrick the staff responsible for mapping errors should be sacked. The Royal Show closed its gates to the public for the last time this week. Over 100,000 visitors turned up to bid a fond farewell to the show, which in its heyday attracted almost 250,000 people. Isabel Davies reports.
It rained on the opening day of the show, which did take the shine off what organisers hoped would be a day of celebration. But the crowd still turned up as farmers took the opportunity to mark the end of an era. The livestock rings were the busiest place to be, as farmers competed for the coveted royal silverware one final time. The Grand Ring was dominated by horse classes, although the appearance of a stunt rider called Kangaroo Kid did add some fireworks. Farmers Weekly has already loaded about 100 photographs to a gallery from the event, but given its historic status, we'd be keen to see any you might have taken. You can view all our pictures and add your own at fwi.co.uk/royal pics.
And finally, a farmer's son is using his talent to reveal the real side of dairy farming. Tim Ralph reports.
Farming struggles to get on TV sometimes, so it's certainly very rare that it makes it onto the big screen, but that could all be about to change. A farmer's son from Norfolk, 21-year-old Will McGregor, is already making something of a name for himself in the world of filmmaking, and his latest project is a short film called Bovine. The film's going to centre around a farming family and the effects that an outbreak of TB has on the farm. It's going to be very honest, very truthful and very moving by the sound of it. Will hopes that he's going to film it in September with a view to releasing the film at the end of the year. It could, he thinks, he hopes, make it onto the short film circuit. Who knows, might it be seen at Cannes.
And you can see more of Will's work at fwi.co.uk/field day. That's it from me this week. For all the latest news and views, go to fwi.co.uk.